So I'm trying to find out why I crash, right? I'm trying to find out, like, why I've been crashing. And, alright. We're gonna get Stitcher Supplier out first. So. Oh, there's Hogaak. So that's pretty sweet. Tropical Island, Tundra. What do we got? This is probably Sylvan Library. Pending? No! Pending's the worst thing you could do. That's not nice. Alright, so we have a Hogaak here. We need to draw land. That's not a land. Alright, we are going to play our little crab friend. We could Cabal Therapy ourselves, naming Bloodghast, and then get them back, but we're going to play the crab friend. We're going to play the crab friend. Alright, now we need a fetch land. Alright, so this is going to be good. So we're going to go Cabal Therapy targeting us. We're going to name Bloodghast. Bloodghast. Okay. So now we can start doing fancy stuff here. We can start getting really fancy. Alright, so we're going to do the Verdant. Trigger us. Trigger the Bloodghast. So the Bloodghast come back. Bloodghast are going to come back. Yes. Bloodghast come back. Yes. Okay, now this triggers. So now we want to Cabal Therapy them, right? To make sure they don't have... We could Cabal Therapy ourselves, sacking a Bloodghast and then getting it back with this. We could Cabal Therapy ourselves, get the Vengevine, and then we can cast the Gravecrawler from hand, and then we can cast Hogaak and get back the Vengevine. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to Cabal Therapy, targeting ourselves, sack a Bloodghast. We're going to name our own Vengevine. Yeah. So, Vengevine. Vengevine. So we target Vengevine. And then we crack our fetch. Crack the fetch. Get... What are we doing? Do you have endurance? Don't have endurance. Don't fucking have endurance. Oh, fuck you. Good. Terrific. Okay. We play Hogaak and we play against the endurance deck. Alright, well, we just got fucked. We just got fucked. Okay. Now we're just toast. Well, that really sucks. Alright, well... That was the worst case scenario. They just had the endurance. We were set up to go ham, but they just had endurance. Alright, that's frustrating. But endurance is a hell of a card, so... I guess I could have Cabal Therapied them. But we were set up to Hogaak plus double Vengevine that turn. So... Kind of frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Alright, let's play this. If we hit a Hogaak here, we could be okay. Cabal Therapy. I guess we therapy ourselves. Sack this. We'll name bridge. I want to get this other bridge in the graveyard. Bridge from below. Let's get this bridge in the graveyard. Let's get this bridge in the graveyard. Now we'll start attacking, right? Because these guys both have recursion. And if they were to block the Gravecrawler, I could just get another zombie token. And it would have been nice if we hit a Hogaak, but, you know, it's okay. We'll hit our Hogaaks later. What's up, Brent? I should probably mute my phone. Alright. Why I heard Diablo noises? Yeah, that was my phone. Sorry. Alright, Uro. We need a sack outlet. We need a... Good. They got rid of the bridges too? Perfect. Perfect! I don't think we can win this game in a million years. They're gonna swords our thing? Yeah, we can't win this game. This game is over. I guess we can draw Hogaak. They're gonna have Uro. They have endurances. This game's over. Alright. Well, I guess we could bring in our own Leyline of Voids to stop their Hogaaks, but that doesn't seem like the best. I guess we need Thoughtseizes. And we can probably bring in 2 Leylines. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know about Leyline against them. Like, it does stop their Hogaak or their Uros, but I feel like if the game gets to the point where they have Uros, we've probably already lost. Let's cut a Putrid Imp, and let's cut a... I guess we can cut a Vengevine. Oh, Vengevine's so good. We could probably cut a singular bit. Well, Bridge is so... All these cards are just so good. They're all so good. Alright, we'll cut Bloodghast. No, Bloodghast is so good. This is kind of the problem with this deck, is that every card is very, very good. So whenever you cut anything, you end up really hurting yourself. I guess we'll cut a land. Alright, we'll cut a Bayou. We'll cut this ugly Bayou. Alright. We're just bringing in 2 Thoughtseizes, so hopefully we can tag an Endurance. Would you like to play first? Yes. Okay. So what do we got? We have Stitcher Supplier, we have Thoughtseize. We basically have 1 dead card, which is the Bridge. These cards are okay, but I think we can do better. Because we basically have 3 cards in our hand that we don't want. I'm going to mulligan this hand. Alright. I'm going to keep this. We're going to put back Vengevine. And we're going to play a Krabby. This should be a pretty good... This should be a good hand. Because we're going to go... Crab. Pass. There's 1 card better. 61 card decks are 1 card better. Okay, so now we'll play another... We'll play another Crab. And then we will play this land. Trigger us. Trigger us. Okay, so we got a Bridge. Alright, we have a Gravecrawler. We have a Bridge. Now we can crack. I guess we don't need blue. I guess we need black-green now. Bayou. Trigger. Trigger. I'm probably supposed to, like, put the 1 trigger on the stack. I don't know. No, this isn't... This is Legacy. There's no... Alright, so we played... There's a 1 Vengevine here. So now we can do nothing. We can do nothing. We have a Hogaak here. We fizzled. We needed like a Bloodghast or something. We needed like a... there's a bunch of stuff we could have used there that would have got us out of this. But next turn, we can go Altar of Dementia. Doesn't do anything with the... We can go Altar of Dementia, get back some Bridge from Below triggers, sack our crabs, get back... we get a trigger, and then we can play a Hogaak, sack the Hogaak, go infinite. Apparently, this list is not... This list did not run away from... Oh, there's a Gravecrawler? Alright, well, let's cast... Let's cast a Gravecrawler. Let's cast a Gravecrawler. Yay, Vengevines. Don't have endurance, please. I just want to do cool Hogaak stuff. Bro. What a miserable fucking deck to play against. It's like, endurance is so good. Look at how much work we did. Look at how much work we did. And their Evoke is going to get rid of our bridge? Oh my god. Oh my god. So good. Alright, well, fuck. Use Vengeance ability? Yeah. Yup. No, that was fun. I mean, we knew they had endurances. Grief in main, white leyline is key. I mean, we knew they had endurances, so it's not really that big of a shock. But look at the bright side. We have 4 power in play. How could we lose with this deck? 4 power, so strong. Oh, yes. Good. Good, 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 good. The tragedy. I'm not going to play this in case I draw another crab. The tragedy of this league. Off to a terrific start, I will say that. I do have Arbor, but I'm going to wait on it. There is a Dryad Arbor in the deck, but we're going to wait. Because we need another thingy for this. Just one Bloodghast. Like, I want to draw Bloodghast or something. Don't you want to hardcast those Hogaaks? Alright. Let's talk about Hogaak. You cannot spend mana to cast this spell. What am I playing tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't know. You cannot spend mana to cast this spell. You have to convoke 2 black-green and delve to cast it. Dryad casts part of it. Half of it. Narset. Oh boy. This is painful. It is painful to watch this deck just derp around. Well, maybe. Well, we can actually draw like there are some outs that we could draw that would okay. I'm going to save this for a turn that we draw an actual spell. We'll just wait with everything in our hand, right? We need either a Hedron Crab or, like, I don't know, a Careful Study. Careful Study would suck, though, because they have Narset. We're kind of just fucked. We blew our wad, and they had 2 cards that answered what we were doing, and then here we are now. Just sitting while they're accruing value after value after value. We are just stuck with a bunch of bricks in our hand. Yeah. At best, tier 5, that's a very generous way to say it. This deck's a lot worse than tier 5. It's like tier 4. I don't know. Somebody won with it, so we gotta try it out. Gotta give it a go. We got to give it a go. Alright. Altar of Dementia. Well, I mean, we can cast that. Let's Thought Seize, and I'll look and see 2 endurances, and I'm going to concede. There's an endurance, but there's no... Just look at this. Their hand is just pure gasoline. Iteration. Oh, God. We're never winning this in a million years. I guess we get... Let's get the Dryad Arbor. Now we can play the Dementia and sack the Dryad Arbor to mill. Alright. We did it. We got Alter Dimension play. Now all we need to do is draw a Gravecrawler. Can we just move on pretty soon? I think you're right. Like, even if we get what we got going on, they have Hogaak plus 5 cards in hand. That was, that deck, that pretty much single-handedly convinced me not to play this deck over the weekend. But, early days, Game 1 Endurance is pretty good. Not that many decks are playing it, so, you know, we'll just chalk it up to them having a good hand versus what we were doing. Alright, so what do we got? We've got Stitcher Supplier, we got Bridge, we've got Altar. We can keep this. Start off with Stitcher Supplier. Do horrible broken things, hopefully. It's not good. Its Diabolic Intent is just not good. It's good sometimes, but like most of the time you're just looking at it and you're like, I can't sack this. I wish this was an Eldritch Evolution, you know? It's sometimes good when you're flooding out, but when you're flooding out, any draws better than, you know what I mean? When you're flooding out with like creatures and things, it's a good draw, but most of the time the help that we need is when people are furying our board and doing stuff like that. Ignoble Hierarch, huh? Alright. Well, let's go. Let's play a Stitcher's Supplier. What do we get? What do we got? We got Hedron Crab, Bloodghast, and a Marsh Flats. Alright. So next turn, we can play Fetch. Don't really know what we do next turn. We have a lot of options. Yeah, I would recommend either Thought Seize if you think there's going to be a lot of spells, or Endurances. Like, Thought Seize is better against the creativity control stronger meta, and like Alright. So we're getting Bajuka Bogged next turn. We are getting Bajuka Bogged at any point next turn. So we could Cabal Therapy ourselves, name Bridge, crack the Cabal Therapy, sack this, target ourselves, naming Bloodghast. Or we could go Altar of Dementia, sack, Altar, sack the Bloodghast, and try and go nuts that way. I think we probably Cabal Therapy. I think we start off Cabal Therapy targeting us. We're going to name Bridge. Bridge from below. We get the Bridge. Now we're going to Cabal Therapy ourselves, target us, sack Stitcher Supplier. We're going to name Bloodghast. 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 So now we play... Playing a fetch land doesn't really accomplish anything. So just play this. Get these back. We missed on Hogaak. Yeah, next turn we go nuts. I just got to make it to next turn without them bogging us. Without them bogging us, make it to next turn. That's it. That's all I got to do. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck is this going to be? I bet you this is going to be a collector. Scavenging is nice. Nice. There goes our bridge. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. So, Knight of the Reliquary, for those that don't know, sacrifice a card, search your library for any land. So they can sacrifice... Yeah, God. Oh, whatever. We're playing bridge. We're playing this. Go to altar, target us, sack this. They can crack here. They could crack here, get 3 green, and exile the Bloodghast. Alright. So there's another 2 Bloodghasts. So I can sack this. I'm actually going to sack the zombie. What am I going to sack here? If I sack this, then they crack the cradle, eat 3. And that's really bad for me. I can play this land, get 2 triggers on the stack, and then sack this. I don't know how. I guess we have to play around. Alright, so now we're going to play this. I don't think they're going to let that resolve. That wouldn't... It wouldn't... If there was 3 here... The Maverick Joe. Alright. Let's see what they're going to get. Guy's Cradle. Alright, I'm going to... Target player, sack this. Alright, so they're going to go... Eat the Bloodghast that doesn't have the trigger on it. I'm gonna... Jeez, this is such a pain in the ass. I guess I should have done all this in response to them cracking this. But I didn't want to fizzle out. Alright, we're just gonna do this now. Try and get our Bloodghast back. Yup. Yup. Alright, we'll get Dryad Arbor. Bloodghast comes back. Ooze eats the thing. Yeah, we need to draw... we're just dead. I don't know how we're supposed to beat Ooze and all this. Yup. I guess we just... We have to hit a Hogaak on this mill too. We have to mill 2 and hit a Hogaak. Well, there's a Hogaak. So now we go Hogaak. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we got a Hogaak. But the problem is... This can just get a Caracas and bounce it. But if we sack it again, we mill 8. We won't be able to keep going unless we hit a bridge. We have no way to get creatures back, so we're just kind of fizzle. I guess we could sack, and if we hit a bridge, we can keep going. Because of the Cabal Therapy, we could Cabal Therapy, sack, hit bridges. All right. Well, let's just keep going. Let's see if we can kill him. We mill 8 cards here. We need to hit a bridge from below. Alright, so we did not. So we hit 2 Cabal Therapies. And now we're just dead. Now I guess we can mill ourselves. So we have 1 more mill here. If we hit a bridge... Bridge from below? Oh, they have fucking endurance. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All right. All right. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. Oh. And they had all that. And they had endurance. Just terrific. I guess we just need Thoughtseizes, and I just need to start Thoughtseizing my opponent. Yeah. The sandbag is unnerving. Yeah. I mean, they didn't even need... Oh, God. Oh, well. This might be a real quick one. This might be a real quick league. All right. Would you like to play first? Yes. All right. What do we got? We've got Stitcher Supplier. We have Careful Study. I mean, this is great. I'm sure they're not going to have something to ruin what we have. So it's great. They're going to 5. They're mulliganing to Endurance, which is, their right to do. I think I'm going to start off with Stitcher Supplier. They're going to 3. Mulligans to 2. That Maverick Joe, mulligans to 2. What do you think they're looking for? You think they're looking for, like, they've conceded. We did it! We did it. All right, I'm going to add a Beseiju, because they're probably mulliganing to Leyline of the Void. Easy clap. What do I want? And that's how you play Hogaak? Yeah. Do I want Force of Vigors? But look at it. I suppose. And we'll cut... We will never alter. We will never alter ever. What card do we cut? We need to cut one card. $61 card special. 61 card special. All right, look at this. This hand is awful. This hand is awful. We can't cut Gax. Cut the Gax. All right. I'm going to ask you to put the... this hand's kind of good. Let's put the Gak away. Go away, Gak. All right. They're mulliganing to 5. Hard fought battle. Nice. Mulligans to 4. Mulligans to 3. Mulligans to 2. Mulligans to 1. Oh, that's how you play Legacy. Oh, yeah. Let's go to chat. Let's go hide game log. Oh. Show game log. Hide chat. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Mulligans. All right. They mulligan to 0. I gotta screenshot. All right. We gotta screen cap that. That's going on Twitter. Okay, so what do we got? We got Hedron Crab. We've got Vengevine. So we have 2 bricks in our hands, but we have a crab. Mishra's Babo's nothing right now. They were looking for Graveyard Hate. They're looking for very specific Graveyard Hate, Leyline of the Voids, or something along those lines, right? So they were looking for Leyline of the Voids. Fievel goes west. He's the mouse in An American Story, right? Uh-oh. Delver. I could play the crab here, but then they could just bolt it. I could play the crab, play the Gravecrawler. I think I'm just going to pass. I want the 2 spells next turn. I want this spell 1, this spell 2 in case I hit a Hogaak. That's probably a bit greedy. Let's just play a fucking Gravecrawler. And then next, I don't want this Krabby to like die, so we'll just play the Gravecrawler. Nothing races a Delver of Secrets. Nothing races a 3-power Delver like a 2/1 Gravecrawler. Oh, they hit Pyroblast? Oh, my Krabby is so fucking dead. American Tail? No! Fuck! Oh, disaster. Disaster. If I crack and fetch out this crab, he's just gonna die. But I guess I can set up a turn where I play this. Attack with this. I mean, if I had played the crab, it just would have been Pyroblasted. Whoa, calm down, Jeremy. Another Delver. Okay, okay. Alright, so now we can play this, get a blue, and we can play Altar? Or are we playing Bloodghast? We're probably just getting the Bloodghast in play. The Altar is, like, kind of sketchy with what we have now. I don't know. I don't know. We probably need to put the Altar in play, too. But they're probably just going to waste us. We can't really play the crabs because they have the Pyroblast in their hand. This is a really rough spot. And we're just dead to these idiots. We have to, like, one-shot them. We have to, like, one-shot, one-kill them. And the only way we can do that is with Altar. That's how you do it. This deck, Alright. Cabal Therapy. I don't think we can win. I guess we can go Altar, Altar. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Like, we can't play the crabs. I guess we could attack with these. I guess we play Altar. Alright, let's think. We attack with both of these. Well, let's attack, because that's what we're doing. We're attacking. We can reset them. I might need them untapped for the Altar. I'm attacking. I can cast Bridge from Below on myself. I can cast Cabal Therapy, targeting myself, naming Bridge from Below. Sack the Gravecrawler, flashback to Cabal Therapy, name Vengevine. This just sucks. Alright, I'm going to play Altar, hope they don't kill me, and then next turn I'm going to do stuff. That's what we're going to do. Good. Alright, we go to 1. We go to 1. Hardcasting Bridge is not what you want to do. They're going to look for a lightning bolt, and they're going to look to kill us. But we're probably just dead. Playing a 2/1 does not feel good. They don't have bolts. Okay. Oh, we can't do anything. We can Thoughtseize, we can Cabal Therapy, naming Vengevine, but we can't cast 2 spells. We just die. Just die. Literally just die. Alright. We could bring in Leyline of the Voids against them, but we still die to Delvers. I don't I guess Leyline's good against them, but like, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna sideboard. Like, we could do this. We could like bring in these. We could justifiably bring in these cards, but then we just make our deck so much worse. And our deck is already really bad, so let's bring in a Boseiju for a Bayou. For maybe... No, let's just keep our deck... Let's try and keep our deck consistent. We'll cut the Putrid Imp. Let's just try and keep our deck nice and consistent. Like, we just delude so much. No, Bridge has no text in play. If Bridge is in your graveyard, when a creature's put into your opponent's graveyard, exile. Yeah, Bridge is just a weird-ass card from Future Sight. Just a weird-ass card from Future Sight. Very weird. Yeah. I have put a Bridge in play. I mean, it's sick devotion to black. You know, for your Gray Merchant fans out there. It's sick. It fuels... It fuels Nykthos, you know? So, it's busted. Literal nothing in play. Alright, our opponent's in the tank. I will tell you that I will not be playing this deck tomorrow. Or whenever the Legacy event is, I will not be playing this deck. It will not be for me. Yeah. Alright, they're in the tank, taking forever. Alright, would you like to play first? Yes. Let's get show chat. Alright, we'll keep this. We have Stitcher Supplier we can go Gack onto with just the cards in our hand. Stitcher's Supplier. Okay, we got a Bridge. That's really good. Bridge is really good. So we next turn can go Stitcher Supplier, Cabal Therapy, Ponder. So we'll be able to like Stitcher Supplier, Cabal Therapy, them, name Force of Will, Cabal Therapy ourselves, get Bridge, get Hogaak. We're gonna be able to do Hogaak shit. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna play a Stitcher Supplier first. No, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do first? First things first, I'm going to Cabal Therapy them, and I'm going to name Force of Will. Oh my god. This deck is so miserable. How can you play this deck? How can you play this deck? There's just so much random shit. Okay, cool. Surgical. Yep, surgical. No, it's not GG. No. All right. We're gonna name Force of Will. So we can see what we have to play around. Alright. Force of Will. That's the most common counterspell. It's the strongest card in their hand. We're going to name Force of Will. Force of Will. This looks miserable. Oh, it's just like, yeah, what you're doing is very powerful, but it has issues with the slightest bit of interaction. Alright. Force of Will. Force of Will. Force of Negation. Brazen Borrower. Surgical Murktide. They're going to surgical our Stitcher Supplier as soon as we crack our fetch. As soon as we crack this fetch, they're going to surgical Stitcher Supplier. What a piece of garbage. What a terrible situation to be in. What the hell's in their hand again? Murktide Regent. If I sack this Stitcher Supplier... Have I played the Initiative Stompy deck? I was going to play it today. I rented it, but I couldn't get the cards. I rented I rented it, but you can't get these on Mana Traders. And as much as I love you guys, I'm not paying $70 per each of these fuckers. So if I crack the fetch, they're going to surgical my Stitcher Suppliers. I guess that's fine. They could also surgical the Cabal Therapy. I'm just going to Cabal Therapy them. I'm going to force the action right now. Force the action. What are we going to get here? This is their hand. I wanted to play the initiative deck, but I wonder how much the cards are. What's the Goblin? The Seasoned Dungeoner is currently $54. Set list. Commander's Legend Baldur's Gate. White Plume Adventure is $56 with none in stock. So, you can't even buy them. Orc Cleric. Alright, they're in the tank. They are in the tank. Buy 500 chests and let's go on an adventure. Alright. I don't know what I'm going to name if this resolves. I got a Vengevine here. That's pretty sick. They should probably just name Stitcher Supplier. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They could force the... Who knows? This is a very complicated situation. I really don't know. And they're probably going to waste me. And what a pain in the butt. They're surgicaling Stitcher Suppliers. Yep. Alright. I'm going to name... They get my Stitcher Supplier. So I get to name either Murktide Regent or Brazen Borrower. Murktide Regent, they can cast it literally next turn, and it's going to be a million, and I won't be able to win. So they should probably... I don't know. I'm casting this. I'm going to name Murktide. If I don't name this Murktide, they have forever, right? So I'm going to... Because they can go crack fetch. Because whatever... If I take something, they can just crack the fetch and make a 6/6 Murktide. So I'm going to take their Murktide. So their hand is going to be... a Petty Theft and a Flooded Strand. Alright. I agree. The problem is it's so chase and then it becomes... It's like the problem is it does this. Like, look at Minskin Boo. It creates a very toxic play-to-win situation when it's $100. But, like, people bought it at $100 and now you can literally get them for $4. Like the chests work to diffuse and populate it, but it's so congested initially. Initially it becomes ridiculous, but then it just drops. It's the same with all these cards, like Maddening, Hex, all these. Like, this card was $78 when it came out, and now it's like nothing. And what was the other one? Displacer Kitten? Like, Displacer Kittens were $80 fucking dollars. And Kappa Cannoneer, like, all these cards just, they come out of the gate so expensive. Oh no, hold on. Like, this card was $115 for Kappa Cannoneer. Now you can buy them for $2. We drew a Vengevine. That's perfect. Alright, so they wastelanded me. So their hand is a Brazen Borrower, this, and a flooded strand. There's the flooded strand. Yeah. They drew a Murktide? We can't win. We literally can't win. We just can't win. I don't know. They have a Borrower. I don't know how. It's not... It's weird. Alright, we have no lands. Perfect. We have a swamp. What do we put back? Like, we basically have 3 cards in our hand that have no text. But I guess we keep it. We'll put back Bridge. The dungeon stuff stopped you from wanting to play Legacy. The initiative is just a fancy way of saying venture into the dungeon. It's the same thing, right? Like, if you drafted the AFR set, it's pretty easy. It's just initiative is a little bit different, and it's like they took the dungeon and the monarch and did one of these. You know, they don't really have new original ideas anymore. Alright, if I play the Altar of Dimension, it just gets days, so I'm gonna play a Bayou. And I'm going to play this. And I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna attack. The old 1 mana 1/1 into 2 mana 2/1. That's just good honest deck building right there. Good honest deck building is being played here today. MTG Colorado. Wonder where they're from. When you steal the initiative, it triggers immediately. I don't know. I think so. Yes. It's just like when you get it and at the beginning of your upkeep it triggers. All right. So I would like to play Altar and then play land after using the fetch, but I want to play around days. So I'm going to play this and I'm going to play Altar of Dementia. It works a lot like the Monarch. It's like Monarch equals enters Monarch mixed with Dungeon. Like, so view dungeon information. So this is the Undercity, right? You have Secret Entrance, which is search your library for basic land card, reveal it, put in your hand. Busted. Then you can go into the Forge, which is put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature, right? So what happens is the creatures pump themselves, and then there's Trapped, which is target player loses 5 life. So you start with a 2/2, you search for the land, you put 2+1/+1 counters on it, then your opponent loses 5 life. So it's just like drops the people's elbow. So you go +2/+2, loses 5 life, and then the Archives is draw a card, and then Throne of the Dead, reveal the top 10 cards of your library, put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. It gains hexproof until your next turn, then shuffle. What the fuck? What? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Alright, so they're force willing our Altar. Which means we'll just attack with these two chuckleheads. Knuckleheads. Smash. Alright. Guess I'd never read that card. I've never read that. I know it does -5. I know that they were dominating Pauper, but jeez. That's kind of cracked. Alright. Expressive Iteration. We might actually maybe be able to win this game, but I don't want to get my hopes up. But we're not dead, and they don't have endurances, so we could actually maybe win a game. But I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful getting my hopes up. This deck has done nothing but just absolutely disappoint me at every step. And once again, a Wasteland seems like that's the perfect thing to disappoint me. I have to turn off auto yields in case they Wasteland my Verdant. I don't think that they would do that, but there is a chance that they do that, trying to catch me F6ing. No, they didn't. Boo. Boo! Now I can't play around Daze. Now I'm just going to get my fucking Alter Dazed. This is perfect. This is perfect for me. Alright, we're going to draw something useful. Okay, well, it's the same thing. I'm going to play around Daze again. I think it's important to play around Daze. I'm going to fetch up a Bayou, and I'm going to... Fetching up a Bayou so I can have... Alright. Okay. So let's attack first. Let's attack first. And then let's... I shouldn't have attacked with this in case I mill a Hogaak. That was a mistake. Alright, there's a Bloodghast, Stitcher Supplier. I am going to crack this. Get the Dryad Arbor. Get that back, yes. Yeah, I just fucked this up. I don't know. I guess I could stack all this stuff. I guess I could stack the Stitcher Supplier. Looking for a Hogaak. Hogaak? Alright, well... I guess we'll just pass. I could Cabal Therapy them. Okay. Cabal Therapying them doesn't really accomplish anything. We could name Murktide, but... How do you beat Endurance? You don't. You don't. You don't. How many times have you gotten Vengevine in play? Well, we've been Enduranced and Surgicaled. We've been Enduranced game 1, 2 out of our 3 matches. So far, we don't. But, in theory, we could. We could. We've milled 20 cards, and we've gotten a lot of lands in the top 20, which is good. You know you want to mill your lands and keep them in the graveyard and keep your spells you want to mill. Good, a Murktide. Good, good, good. Yeah. It does pop off, for sure. For sure it pops off. For sure it pops off, but at the same time, it's very frustrating. Alright. Let's see what we draw. I would like Careful Study. No! Oh, fuck. Just punished because I wanted to fetch out green to cast the Vengevine. Embarrassing. Well, yeah, but this isn't Vintage. This is Legacy. Yeah, it is a worse version. You can't play Bridge from Bazaar. You can't play Bazaar of Baghdad's. Yeah, it is a worse version. You are correct. I guess I can mill myself with this. Gravecrawler, Cabal Therapy. All I need is a zombie. I guess I could Cabal Therapy myself, sack this, but I don't get a trigger, so I guess I'm just doing nothing. I shouldn't have fetched out the Dryad Arbor. I wanted to get the Bloodghast back, and I wanted to cast a Hogaak, but I couldn't. Yeah, it is a worse version. For sure it's a worse version. But that's what happens when you can't play Bazaar of Baghdad. Alright, they're going to waste the green source. Perfect. They didn't waste the Dryad Arbor. I like that. I respect that. Oh, good. We get to cast Iteration. Is this Legacy deck? Yes, it is. That's pretty much all Legacy decks are. Except for Delver. Delver's a better version. There's no Delver deck in Legacy. In Vintage. It doesn't work. You can't play Days in your deck in a format with 30 Moxes. Everybody's playing 30 Moxes. Oh, they get to bolt the Dryad? Alright, good. Good. Bolt the Dryad. Oh, they're bolting me! Nice. So this gets Delirium. They swing for 9. I go to 1. The Gak is back. No, the Gak's not back. Gak is struggle bussing. Why would you bolt me? What kind of sick person would bolt me here? Like, I'm dead 2 turns to this attack. So why don't you just kill the Dryad Arbor? I'm just sitting here derping. Kill the Dryad Arbor. Alright, give me... What do I want to draw? I want to draw a fetch land. Why do you do this to me? I'm just dead. I guess I have to float a green. I'm just dead. I'm just dead. I need to use this. I'm just dead. Just dead. Because of Wasteland. Just got Wastelanded out of the game where I couldn't cast my spells. Okay, the good news is that now they're gonna have surgicals. That's great news. Great news. It's really fun to play around surgical because it's free and it's almost impossible to deal with. We could bring in Leyline of Voids. It's good against some of their deck, but that just makes our deck that much worse. And our deck is already so bad. But one of the downsides, and one of the reasons you don't really see me playing much Legacy, is that to play the Legacy decks efficiently, you need to play them and play them and play them and play them. A lot of repetition benefits you. It's true in all formats, but it's especially true in Legacy. And that's why I don't play as much Legacy on stream, is because there are a lot of specialists who devote a lot of time and effort into learning specific decks. And that really helps in sideboarding. And when you just coming in like me, coming in hot and just being like, I want to try this deck out, it doesn't really... You don't have the advanced sideboard knowledge, which is important in Legacy. And Legacy snipers. Nobody would ever do anything dishonest when it comes to money. No one would ever try and cheat for money. I don't believe you. No, that's not possible. It's not possible that people would try and cheat for money or try and get an edge in a competitive event when money's on the line. No, people are too upstanding to do that. So no one would do that. All right. This hand does fucking nothing. All right. This hand does nothing, but I've got spells to cast, so I'll keep it. Keep. Put back Swamp and then lose to Wasteland. Okay. Alright. Let's get Underground Sea and let us Thought Seize away a Surgical. Spell Pierce, DRC, Abrade. Okay. If we take the DRC... They have no threat. We can derp around. If we take the Spell Pierce, we can resolve the Careful Study. There's a chance we can ignore the Spell Pierce and just take the DRC. And maybe they will Ponder, and then we can Careful Study next turn. That'll be exciting. Have I decided on what to play? No. I have not. I have not. I don't... Oh, good. Good. This is exactly the way we wanted this to go. We took the DRC so they would... Good. Yeah, everything kind of boring in Legacy right now. To me. I don't know. I haven't found anything I like yet. Alright. What are we doing? Ooh, crab. Alright, we're doing crab. We're doing crab stuff. Get in, nerds. We're doing crab stuff. Play you. Crab me. Crab me. Okay, we got a bridge. We got a Vengevine. Oh, this is good. This is good. We're finally going to get to do something. Finally. Alright. I'm not going to fetch any green because they're going to have wastelands and stuff. So we're just going to get an underground sea. Trigger. We're going to trigger ourselves. If we cast... Alright, we got a crab. This comes back. And we're going to cast a Stitcher Supplier as our second spell, which will trigger the Vengevine. And we can cast a Hogaak. If we actually mill a Hogaak here, we will be able to actually put a Hogaak in play. We did not, of course, because why would you do that when you want to? And, alright, we did it. We put a Vengevine into play. Look at us. Look at us now. We're so awesome. I'm proud of us. I, for one, am proud of us and our accomplishments. What's up, Scoop? Gag's back. We have the first Vengevine of our league. It took 4 matches, but we did it. You're braiding the Vengevine. Homie, that's not how you want to deal with Vengevine, my friend. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so, alright. Oh, boy. Just terrific. Doomsday, Control, and Delver. I mean, Gak is very powerful, and if your opponent doesn't have the juice, you're just going to get juiced on. But our opponents today have had the juice. And they have stopped... Alright, so their hand is... the Misty... This is their hand exactly? Alright. So, let's think. We can Careful Study. We can put the Gravecrawler into the graveyard. We're drawing 2 cards. You can't Spell Pierce this. Just let this go. Just let it happen. Alright, so we're going to put Gravecrawler and Cabal Therapy into the graveyard. Now we're going to crack this. Play this. Target ourselves. Alright, we have another Vengevine. Now we're going to get this back. Yep. So this comes back. Yes. So now we're going to cast... Well, let's crack this and see if we can get it done easier. We'll get Dryad. No, we need the black. So we'll get a black. Target ourselves. Alright, so we got 2 Gravecrawlers. But I was going to Gravecrawler myself and then use the Cabal Therapy to sack it and then replay the Gravecrawler to get the Vengevine triggers. And we're going to get 3 Vengevine triggers. Look at us go! Look at us go! What a deck. What an amazing deck. I don't know why more people don't play this deck. It's so good. It's so good. So, we beat a Surgical that game. That ain't bad. Alright, this hand is good. This hand's good. It's as flimsy as Modern Dredge? No. Modern Dredge, you don't have to deal with Surgical Extraction. So, you know, that's kind of a big deal. Alright, we're going to play this. We're going to crack. I don't want to play the Hedron Crab right away, because I don't want to get this Pyroblasted. I'd much rather play the Stitcher Supplier on one. So I'm going to play Stitcher Supplier. I don't want this Hedron Crab Pyroblasted or bolted or something like that. Alright. That gets dazed. C'est la vie. That's life. Alright. So... that sucked. But, you know, they're at 1 land. Okay. I'm not going to play the crab. I'm going to play this Altar of Dementia. I mean, they could Spell Pierce this, which is fine. Alright, we got the altar. Yay! Next turn, we can start doing crabby things. Oh, oh, fuck you. Oh, you just suck. That's so troll. Oh, the unlicensed Hearst? Really, bro? Alright. I could Cabal Therapy them. Oh, God. Alright, let's play the crab. I guess we kind of have to just try and overload this card. How do we do that? We're going to go, bam. Target ourselves. Time to mill them. I don't know if that's the best strategy against Murktide. Oh, there's Hogaak. Oh, goodbye, Hogaak. I'll miss you. What's up? I guess I could Cabal Therapy myself. Put the Bridge from Below in the graveyard. I guess I'll try. We gotta try, right? Let's get this Bridge from Below in the graveyard. Cabal Therapy me. We just gotta get him to click the Hearst. Oh, they're Surgicaling Hogaak. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Very kind. We're trying. We're trying here. We're not winning. This is... we're not doing the best, but... okay. So Hogaak gets Surgical. That's fine. I haven't put a Hogaak in play yet anyway. So, let's just make sure that we don't start now. Alright. Can I... I'm going to target myself with the Bridge. I'm going to name Bridge from Below. Bridge from Below. Alright, we'll get the Bridge in the graveyard. We're like doing all this work to get a 2/2 fucking zombie that they're just going to be able to kill with this unlicensed Hearst. Why are they playing this card? It's so annoying. Alright, so now they can just crack the Bridge with these two. What a troll thing. I don't know how I'm supposed to win. I don't know how I'm supposed to win this. No idea. I'll give him priority again. What difference does it make? I guess... alright, so now I can go crack this. Target me. Get a Bayou. Target me. Mill 3 cards. Now I can target myself, sack the crab. Look at that. I got 4... all that work for 2 4/4 for 2 zombies. I fucking did it. I fucking did it. Dryad Arbor looked good? Yeah. I wanted to save Dryad Arbor, but yeah, I could have got Dryad Arbor and gotten 4 zombies. That would have been smarter. But we'll save it for next turn. We'll use the Dryad Arbor next turn. What's good against 2/2s is this. Alright, what are we drawing? What are we drawing? Oh, we should have fetched out the Dryad Arbor there. Yeah, you're right. For sure. For sure, you're right. Oh, they took the Bridge. Alright. Alright, well, let's smash. Let's play Bloodghast. Sack the Bloodghast. See if we can get some more value. We got a Gravecrawler. Alright, let's play a land. Always yields. We're trying to mill out into Avenge Vines. Would you like to use Blood Gas ability? Yes. Alright. I'm going to mill again, sack this. While they're tapped out, we're trying to go for Avenge Vines. Alright, we got a bridge from below. That's really good. So now I'm gonna cast Gravecrawler. Then I'm gonna sack Gravecrawler. Sack Gravecrawler, sack this. Always yields. Okay. I'm still looking for vines. So now we're gonna crack. Good news is we milled the Dryad Arbor, which is perfect. Gonna get the Bayou. But I cast 2 creatures, yeah. Well, at this point, we're just looking to put value on the table before they... Just looking for value before they untap with this, and we're done. Alright, let's attack. Be in combat. What are they doing? They're bolting a zombie. Alright, let's sack ourselves. Target you. We'll sack the zombie that they're bolting. And we'll play a Gravecrawler in second main. I might as well just play the Gravecrawler right now. Gravecrawler. And we'll attack for 2. All that to attack for 2. Attack for 2. Alright. So if they use the Unlicensed Hearse again, I will sack things to the bridge. But we're not going to use it until they use the Hearse. If they use the Hearse, we'll sack the bridge to get a bunch of zombies. Not a bunch, 2. But it's hard to say. I would have liked to have a Hogaak in play. I would have liked to do that. Alright, so what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? I also would like some Venge Vines in the graveyard. That would be terrific as well. Alright, so they're targeting Bridge from Below and Cabal Therapy. So we're going to sacrifice, target me, sack Bloodghast, get a zombie. We're going to target me, sack the Gravecrawler, get a zombie. They shouldn't be using this proactively. Okay. Alright, so now the bridge is gone. We have another bridge. I guess I should have done the 1 mill first. I thought that the mill resolved, so maybe I could hit another bridge. Alright, we've got Gravecrawlers, though. That's pretty sick. Alright, so... what do we do here? How do we do this? We want to mill as many cards as possible, looking for Venge Vines, prior to casting the second Gravecrawler. So let's play our lands. Let's return the Bloodghast. Yes. Let's sack the Bloodghast, targeting ourselves. We need Venge Vines. Venge Vines. Venge Vines. Alright. Alright, we got a Venge Vine. Yay! Alright, I'm gonna sack... I want to try and kill them this turn. So I'm gonna sack this zombie I just made to try and hit more Venge Vines. Okay, we got another Venge Vine. Alright, now we're gonna crack the fetch. We're going to get another land. I don't know. If they have another surgical and they can get the Vengevines, I will cry. But we don't have a lot of Vengevines left in the deck. Yes. Alright, I'm going to sack this, target this. Mill. We're going to cast the Gravecrawler. We can Cabal Therapy them. But I don't know what they would have had that they wouldn't have cast. So let's sack the zombie. Alright, there's 2 Vengevines. So let's sack the Gravecrawler. And now we'll just cast a Gravecrawler. And get 1,000,000. Alright, there we go. There we go. There we go. Gravecrawler. Wow, look at that. That's what it's all been about. That's what it's all been about. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Alright, so now we're going to go to combat. Begin combat. Begin combat. Yay! We did it. What a great deck. So, like, that's the thing. Like, certain interaction you can beat, but, you know, we beat a Surgical and a Hearst. But they were sort of a little too proactive, and then proactively activating this let me kind of pop off. It gave me carte blanche to act on my turn, but I don't know how they not do that. Like, they have to, like, get rid of the cards in my graveyard, so it's a tough spot that they're in. Yeah, they didn't have enough. Like, a Wasteland, or a Wasteland Surgical. I don't think they Wastelanded me that game. This hand does nothing. But literal nothing. Literal only about the Krabby. A little too much. A little too much nothing. Alright, we'll keep. Put back. This hand doesn't do much either, but we have Gravecrawler into Altar. We can Cabal Therapy, Soul Read. We're probably dead against them anyway. They're probably going to turn 1 us. Polluted Delta. We are going to be turn 1'd. Badlands. All my life savings bet would have paid off. I would have won a whole $4 from my $2 life savings. Faithless Looting, you say? Exhume. They do not have a creature. Okay, well, that sucks. They should probably take our... I don't know what they're going to take. I don't know. I don't know. The Gravecrawler. Well, I guess I'm going to Cabal Therapy them, and we're going to go with Reanimate. 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 Oh, get wrecked. Oh, you hate to see it. Alright. So, they have an Entomb. Okay. I'm sure that they're just going to... Okay. Alright. So, we're going to play an Ultra of Dementia. We're going to play a 2-mana do-nothing next turn, and it's going to be great. That's good. Alright, we have an Altar. Now we can do literally nothing until we draw a creature. Entomb. Alright, well they have no cards in hand. So I'm sure they're definitely not going to draw a reanimate spell. They didn't. Good. Alright, we need to draw... Alright, that's something. Alright, we can get... What can we do? Can we do anything? We could sack and get a Dryad Arbor. We can't get a Dryad Arbor with a Marsh Flat. Why are there Marsh Flats in our deck when we have to play Dryad Arbor? What the fuck? Alright, well, we can't get a Dryad Arbor, so never mind. Alright, next turn, we're going to be able to hardcast a 4-3 with haste. Good, honest, fair, clean magic is going to be played here. Yes, honest, good, fair, clean magic is being played here. Yes. Good, honest, fair, clean magic. Would have been nice if they bricked for one more turn, but that's asking a lot. We gotta, Adam, we have to have a talk about Sheoldred. We gotta have a talk about Sheoldred. Just draw a Stitcher. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we could kill them with a bunch of cards. Like, they could die. We're probably dead, though. They're probably going to animate the child again. Gain 14 life. Yeah. Yep. Well, 29 cards in their deck. Okay, well, unmask me. I'm F6'd. Come at me. All right. Leyline of the Voids. Thoughtseize. Cut you. Let's just cut Careful Study. Let's just cut Careful Study. That card sucks. And we'll cut a Hogaak. Alright. Would you like to play first? Yes. Alright. Keep. Leyline. Okay. Play a crab. Play a crab. Okay. No, you don't want to do anything? Alright, so let's mill ourselves. We got a Cabal Therapy. That's not shit. I guess we have some green. Guess we'll get a Bayou now. Mill ourselves. We got a Vengevine. Alright, so let's play Altar and Arborcast Gak. No, you need to Convoke. In order to Convoke, you need the black, right? You need blue, black, or you need hybrid these two. So we can't do it with this, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Next turn, yeah, crab's blue. So like next turn, I gotta attack him. Next turn, I can like use the Cabal Therapy on myself, put a bridge in play, We just need one creature. I'm waiting for that. Get pinched, son. Get pinched. Alright. That's a bold strategy. Entomb for Entomb. Well, I mean, he doesn't want to draw an Entomb, so I get it. Right? I don't want to draw an Entomb. As long as this isn't Serenity now, I'll be very unhappy. Unmask me. Well, I would love any of these cards into the graveyard, so please. Hogaak. Well, I take that back. Alright. Oh, this was the best possible draw. Holy fuck, was this the best possible draw. I think our crab's time is gone. And I think we sacrifice our crab to put... What do we put in the graveyard? I guess we just play the Stitcher Supplier and see what we get, right? I think we just play the Stitcher Supplier and see what we get. Crack the Stitcher Supplier. Always yields. Oh, we got a Gravecrawler? Oh, that's so sick. Okay, so now we sack the crab, target the Vengevine, sack the crab, use Cabal Therapy, target ourselves, name Vengevine. Or do we put the Bridge from Below in the graveyard? All right, let's go Cabal Therapy, target ourselves, sack the crab. Oh, we already have a bridge. So let's just get the Vengevine in the graveyard. Vengevine. V-E-N-G-V-E-V. Vengevine. So Vengevine comes into the graveyard. Okay. Now we cast the Gravecrawler. Now, actually, since we have a zombie token, I'm going to sack the Stitcher Supplier to get 3 more looks. Sack. Trigger. So this trigger resolves. We get a zombie. And then we have a Hogaak. Alright. So I'm pretty sure they're just dead. Right? Now we can Hogaak. 1. Oh god, what the fuck's the combo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tap. Tap. Okay. Get back. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're just dead. You move my face? Can you move Graveyard out from underneath my face? Oh. Pop out the graveyard. Alright. So, I'm pretty sure they're dead here. So now we sack the Hogaak, get the... we just go crazy here. Alright, we target ourselves. Target ourselves, sack the Hogaak. Always yields. Always yields. Alright, so now we have 2 Bridge from Belows. Bridge from Below. Bridge from Below. Now we... what do we do? We play the Gravecrawler. Oh, we sack these tap zombies. That's it. We sack the tap zombies. I'm pretty sure we could just mill them out. Right? So we got 1, 2, 2 Bridge from Belows. We're looking for another... Alright. So now we cast the Gravecrawler. Now we sack the Gravecrawler, sack this. Get a bunch of Hogaaks. Does this... We don't even need to do this, right? But I remember this being lethal. I remember this being lethal at one point. Where you just, like, do this a whole bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you Hogaak yourself. Right? Hogaak yourself. Sack this. Yeah. And now we can... I just want the Cabal Therapy to Cabal Therapy this bridge out of my hand. And now we cast a Gak. 1, 2... And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Gak. And then we Gak ourselves again? And then, alright, so now we Cabal Therapy, target ourselves. Where's the Gak? Sack the zombie. Target ourselves. They don't want to see us masturbate. I'm pretty sure you just kill people. Why is Hogaak on the other team? So, alright, do you guys get what's happening? We're going to make a bunch of Hogaaks, and then we're going to mill them out with our Hogaaks. Right? Each one of these 5 cards represents you milling 14 from your opponent, right? Because you sack the Hogaak, you sack the zombie tokens, right? That makes sense? So we're creating a giant board. We're going to create a giant board. Then every time we sack a Hogaak, we get 14 power and zombies. Because we get the Hogaak, and then we get like the bridges, right? So we get all the bridges in the graveyard. Sack a Hogaak, you get all the bridge triggers, target your opponent, target your opponent, target your opponent, target your opponent. Sack the Hogaak, target your opponent, right? Replay the Hogaak, get all the bridge triggers, sack, 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 right? So that's how you win with Altar. That's how Altar works. So that's what we were doing. For those people who are like, why are you just masturbating? It's like, no, we were doing something very specific. Where you mill yourself, get all your bridge triggers in play. Then you sack your Hogaaks, target them, and it becomes mill 14, mill 14, mill 14. I cannot keep this hand. 2 cards I don't really want in the hand. No Leyline of the Void. Alright, this is perfect. It's not perfect because it doesn't do anything other than play a Gravecrawler, but it is good. So that was going to mill you out eventually. It wasn't just spinning my wheels. Alright, so we're going to put back the bridge. Done. Turn 0, Leyline. Hello from Germany. I play the same deck with Once Upon a Time. What do you think about that? I think that's good. I don't play the Architect enough to know the math behind that, because it feels like you need a critical mass of creatures, but at the same time, like, maybe I don't know how the math would work out on that card, because you want like this critical mass of creatures when you're milling yourself, but at the same time, you want to be able to have less lands in the deck. So I don't really know what the best way to be. I'd have to sit down and do math that I don't know how to do and play the deck a lot. All right, so we're going to play Chancellor. We're going to hit OK. So they have a Chancellor. All right, so our first spell is going to get countered. Luckily, our first spell will be a Gravecrawler. Gravecrawler. Oh no! Oh shucks, it was countered. Oh no. My Gravecrawler. Oh no. Alright, well, now we don't have to worry about this Chancellor. Chancellor's now gone. We don't have to worry about the Chancellor. Alright, so... that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. We could set up a turn where we go Gravecrawler, Gravecrawler, or we could Thoughtseize ourselves, and then go Gravecrawler, Gravecrawler, Vengevine. Alright, let's Thoughtseize them. Let's Thoughtseize them. Voidwalker? Show and Tell. We lose the game to a Show and Tell. Let's take the Show and Tell. Well, we could just take the Voidwalker. Alright, so let's think. Well, I mean, Alright, so hold on, Vicky Vega. If we go crack Thoughtseize the Show and Tell, right? And then we go Thoughtseize ourselves, take the Vengevine, we pass a turn, right? They play Voidwalker. Then next turn, we go Gravecrawler, Gravecrawler, Vengevine, attack with Vengevine. We have 8 power. They have a 3-2 that we don't care about, right? Like, we have 8 power, they have a Voidwalker. Do you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't seem that terrible. We don't lose the game to that, right? So I'm, like, actually thinking this out. And I actually think we're going to take the Show and Tell. Right? Like, because on one hand, we could just ignore it. They don't have a reanimate effect for this Vengevine. So I think I'm going to do it. I think that's what I'm going to do. It might be wrong, but I don't think it's that bad. Because we get 8 power. They get... Can't they ST next turn? No, they can't Show and Tell, but Show and Tell beats us in the long game. Right? Gravecrawler. Gravecrawler. Rawr. Rawr. You saw the double Cabal hit the yard. Yeah. It does give them drawing reanimate. Yeah, Dante can't block. Faithless Looting. It does give them drawing exactly reanimate 1 turn to hit the Vengevine. Who knew that Leyline of the Void would be that powerful? Oh, haste. Rawr. GG's. Alright. We got there. Give me the money. High-powered format. 4 mana, 2/3s. Alright. So despite our initial... We did the reverse sweep. We 0-2'd into 3-0. This deck is... I mean, you can see the power level in the deck, right? It's pretty easy to see the power level in the deck. Where you just have these turns where you're just like, alright, here's 14,000 power. Oh, by the way, you're dead to alter. Good games, buddy. It turns out Leyline of the Void is good against you. Who would have thought? I never would have thought that Leyline of the Void is good against Reanimator. Just wild. Alright, let's see what we get for our efforts. Garbage. Yeah. Yeah. Great deck. Play it tomorrow. Let's play some Legacy Status. Alright, prediction. Choose outcome. 2-3. Very boring. But the deck is fun. It's a mess. It's such a mess, but it can be very fun and very powerful. But, you know, main deck endurances are rough. Delver can be rough. They just fly over you and surgical your thing, and you're just like, ah, brah. Alright. So, what do you guys want to see next? Next deck. Next deck. Legacy test.